just arrived back at the city.
We just.
En masse. 80 peasants, emaciated though, in tow.
Anyone that was presented a weapon, if you could come to me, please. You have to hand them over at the gate, I'm afraid. Yeah,
They're more than willing, they're just happy to be here.
Oh, look! A proper spear.
You had to do it, didn't you? You had to have a dig.
Why don't you throw it up to him?
Poor little child.
The older guard goes, we shall be confiscating these for the purposes of...
Yourselves?
Use.
The guard.
Don't blame you. You look like you could do a bit better.
Do one of you want to come down and fetch them then?
We shall open the gate. After a few moments, the gate starts to rise.
How's the walk? Any problems?
No.
Uneventful.
Totally uneventful. Boring, if anything.
Rook kind of goes, dull.
Rook must be feeling somewhat better.
Yes.
He's looking forward to get home to his friend.
What do you mean, Magnus?
Oh.
Don't tell.
All right, they can be having a secret. I'll just gently elbow him, very, very gently.
Doesn't know.
Oh.
Unrequited, perhaps.
I feel some matchmaking coming on. I feel the start of a beautiful friendship here, Rook.
Kind of steps back and looks you up and down. No, thank you.
Don't blame you either. How was your walk anyway?
Rather brisk. Obviously, I had to get here ahead, but
Yeah, your dressing gown billows quite a bit. It's quite pretty, really.
it's also very lightweight. You don't seem to get out of breath as much. It also helps with the amount of training I've had to do over the years to become as skilled as I am with a sword. Also, you get very good at dealing with pain. Remember, one particular exercise, you have to meditate under a waterfall.
Oh, nice. I can imagine, actually, that you could teach a thing or two to that little skinny one up there.
Deliberately not paying attention. So once you guys are through and back into the city, Rook leads you to...
Was there someone to hand?
Yeah. All sorted. Don't be worried about it.
When I pass out, I'll be like, make sure the lad gets one of them.
Might feel a bit more brave.
A lad guard.
As you're walking away, you kind of look back and you can see that the young lad is looking at the point of the spear, going like that.
He's going to cut himself, damn it.
Maybe there was a reason he had a stick.
Could be.
Come back, he's missing a finger.
Or an eye.
So, you arrive back at the tavern that Sam has currently based in.
Excellent.
And Rook kind of leads you in and leads you in and basically shepherds you into the back room that you were originally tied up in.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't going to lock the door, are you?
No.
Good.
Wait here. Hey, here. He seems nervous.
Why are you so nervous?
The reason becomes apparent when Graham walks in.
Hello, Graham. Pleasure to see you again.
Graham kind of goes, stay here. Boss will be here soon. He's currently handling a situation out back.
Graham, while you're here, I've got a suggestion. If you're going to keep keeping guests in here, you might want some more comfortable seating. You know, it's hospitality, man, you know?
It's not our place.
So?
Not our chairs.
So?
Think I'm paying for them? Nah.
Most of the coin in my pockets ain't mine. Oops. I didn't say that.
Yeah, so Graham sort of looks down at you, raises an eyebrow, smirks, and then says, nods, and then says, he'll be here soon. Turns around and walks off. Rook kind of goes, no, Rook kind of goes, bye. He seems to have the repetitive mimicry tech when he is anxious.
I'm kind of almost imagining hearing multiple versions of
in stereo.
While we wait, I will draw the cavalry saber and kind of try and focus more to see if I can potentially.
You probably won't have time to
I'm just
attune to
going
it.
to kind of. It's not that I'm just kind of meditating, focus, see if I can kind of gain
Any
insight potentially, like what sort of damage.
roll a Arcana check again.
21.
9 plus 10.
Actually, no, 18 plus 3.
So when you're looking at it closely, you can see that there are runes carved into the blade. You're not sure what they mean, but they seem to be some form of language that is written into it. It's not what you understand.
Sally for Hector. Forever.
The images that I got whilst at the edge, one of them was obviously with a sword. Me with a sword. Does it look like that sword?
No. The sword you saw yourself holding was a long sword with the crossguard is designed to look like wings.
Really?
Okay.
I'm looking at the.
I've not seen that sword before.
I'm looking at the blade, working out. Could I rehandle this to match what I'm more accustomed to? If the blade's what magical, like could I rip it off, replace it with like a katana style thing?
Probably not.
Sabres are balanced different.
Yeah, they are held very differently and used very differently. So
A couple of swings.
yeah, it feels off balance to you. As you're waiting, you hear a sing-songy voice kind of approaching, speaking to someone, joking around, laughing. But then Pyra pokes her head in, says, "Oh, you made it back. Hey, Rook. How did it go?"
Yeah, not bad stuff.
Rather well. I mean, Dusk, you could potentially show her how well it went.
What do you mean?
Now, Sammy boy first.
Yeah, actually, that's true. I mean, Magnus might not. Pirate,
She comes into the room properly.
are you any good at alterations on clothing at all?
What do you reckon? Above the knee, below the knee, or waistcoat? And I'm holding this thing up.
She kind of looks at you and goes, "I'm not sure it matches your eyes, darling. But probably below the knee, but only just if I were wearing it, if I were you."
Yeah.
Regency style.
Yeah. Wonder how we could make it suit my eyes better. Maybe change the buttons. Put some colour.
That'd be
buttons.
nice.
Yeah.
She kind of, is that all? Can I have anything?
We can hang around and find out if you want.
Do you know how long Sam is going to be?
Oh, he was only just behind me. He won't be.
Okay.
With this saber, would I be able to gauge if Malkador, with a little bit of instruction, might be proficient at using a saber?
The guy who
Might become
throws
proficient.
potions.
It doesn't. It doesn't seem like he would.
Because I'm just looking at like with all the things that he's tried before, and he doesn't sort of like maybe, and then I'm going to kind of just look. Nah.
Malkador has
Sounds
shown no interest in picking up the saber.
Sounds awfully like an accident waiting to happen.
A bit like the guard with the sharp spear. Bad idea.
So, Sam slips into the room behind Pyra. Says, "Oh, hello. Hello. Right, go on, go and make money. Come on. You're part of the package deal. Come on, we can't fall through. She's performed. Hello, Rook. How did it go? Rook kind of goes, leaking, Captain, but better now. Leaking, Captain sounds like it's being said by a pirate. Leaking, Captain, but better now.
He's dead if that helps. This is his sword.
Good.
I think Dusk has a present for you.
Leans across and dumps it by his feet.
Yeah.
Do take a look.
He just kind of picks it up by the eye sockets,
Yeah.
unfazed.
We didn't take the eyes out.
No, he just bobs them. He's just.
There's no resistance, there's nothing behind them.
You may notice something's missing.
Bowling?
So this is how we found it, Sam. Unfortunately, Sharp didn't have a brain.
It wasn't all there.
He was clearly being driven by someone else.
He kind of drops the skull. It cracks on the floor. Oops. Interesting. Well, that's one problem dealt with. I'm sure that won't have any downsides in the future.
When he's going interesting, that wasn't the hand he used.
Oh, yeah, no, I will.
Door.
There are about 80 people that we've returned with to this town who were enslaved by this mysterious force
Yeah, they were
emanating
in some
from
sort of
Sharp.
weird charm or something. The only problem is, of course, the granary is now your problem, I guess. But there's now 80 more people in the city that are hungry.
Yes. Those people, I think we should employ those people at the granary. We should take hold of it and pay them a living wage to distribute, to continue to do the work they were already doing. After obviously a significant period of time off for them to recover.
And
We?
My organisation.
Yeah, that's fine then. I don't want that management position.
Sam, can you read these runes at all?
His eyes kind of go he opens his eyes wide to try and see in the dark, then narrows them as he's looking close.
Would you like to read it close?
He's looking at it. Looks almost familiar. No, I can't place the language.
Well, he had this on him, and I've been able to discern that obviously the blade is the only source of the magic on it, predominantly from the runes. Hoped you may have known more and potentially know someone that could have.
I'm afraid I don't know. It doesn't appear to be any language I know, and I know a fair few, and have known many over the course of my life. I'll speak to an expert on linguistics and get back to you. I'll just take a kind of looks at it for a second. Yes. I'll copy these down onto a piece of paper somewhere and take them to him. By all means, keep the sword. And he, regardless of any of the finer details, welcome to the Syndicate. You are officially indoctrinated, if you will.
Yes, secret handshake.
Inducted is the proper word.
Inducted, yeah.
Of course.
It's like
Hopefully
secret
we won't be a
handshakes.
liability.
Well, we were Liability Inc. guess we're now liability syndicated.
Mhm.
So, I presume you do accept your positions within the organisation?
Yes, of course.
Well, to be fair, we ain't in our own place, and I can't think of nothing better.
Fair enough.
Yeah, sure, why not?
So,
So I'm speaking for all of us here.
are we all happy?
No, I've already said yes.
I'm obviously one of your servants, and by patronage, of course I'm in.
Well, not mine, but Amy. This is
So
still
technical.
Who's Amy? Who's she?
local girl.
Pretty?
Not scaly enough for you.
So,
Fair enough. Well,
I
stay.
would rather conclude this discussion at our base of operations.
Mm-hmm.
Follow me.
Mm-hmm.
Very well.
He leads you into a back alley behind the tavern, and it smells pretty rank.
Is that you?
And so I need a perception check from Magnus. So it is not like disguised as such, it's just you need to be the one that saw it. Fair enough.
The jail is out.
You can see a thieves' cant symbol on the wall opposite the tavern. It seems to be on the city wall itself, the outer wall.
Yep.
And it is the symbol for a fence.
A dealer in stolen goods.
Yes.
Fence.
I was going to get confused now. I thought you said it was a wall.
Just clarifying.
And Sam kind of knocks with one finger on the symbol, and a section of the wall swings open, revealing a set of stairs going down.
Is it still smelling?
It smells in the alleyway, yes.
Okay.
Once you enter the staircase, presumably you are, because he stepped in,
Yep. Following behind.
the door closes behind you all, and the smell is immediately cut off.
Good.
No, that's better.
He leads you downstairs into what looks to be a thieves' guild, though it is a limited one. It's very small. Leads you to a basically it is all one communal area, like one basically open space with 4 people inside. There is basically not a mound of treasure as such, but a pile of boxes that seem to have like
Loot written on the side.
not necessarily loot, but they're just storage crates that have been assembled into a desk-like formation around in a particular area, and behind it is a sort of skinny, lounging rogue who is look like sort of shaggy black hair. Sam's is organised. This guy's is like a mess. This guy looks like looks like he's been living down here, you know. And so do all of them, but this guy is looks like he's doing some calculations in a book, but he is still very languid in how he's sat. It's kind of leaning on one leg and just kind of working it out, and every now and again leaning back, looking at the ceiling, thinking. You know, he's very relaxed.
So that people sleep down here? Or
Yes, very much so.
So they're like, some of the crates are set up as beds and
Yeah.
things like that. Right.
How well lit is it? Is it just like sparsely lit?
Sparsely lit, but lit enough that you can see clearly enough. Like you're not gonna. There's not a penalty for not being able to see here, basically.
Say dark vision.
We have the meme there. but I've got dark vision. I can see anyway.
I'm just wondering if there's a load of thieves and rogues in here. How many are hidden in the corner?
There is a halfling sneak thief who seems to be sat, checking over her gear, like crowbar, climbing pitons, all that kind of stuff.
Do we recognise this as a thieves' guild, or would only?
Only Magnus would know immediately, but the rest of you could probably work it out. It's just that.
Seems like your sort of place, Magnus.
Yeah, that you would all know, but whether it's a thieves' guild or not.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, it's a bit clean, but yeah.
We're talking huge human, probably like nearly 7 foot tall. Clearly some kind of genetic anomaly, but he looks human otherwise. Covered in scars all over his body. Who has basically a pile of weapons, goods, things that he is basically making sure they're in good nick. He appears to be the fence. And lastly, there is a small, red-headed boy running around, we're talking child, human, probably 11, maybe 12, running around the place, following instructions, basically.
I'm going to keep an extra special eye on him.
He is definitely a gopher, like a go-between kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm also thinking he's probably also good at pocketing things.
As you walk in proper, Sam goes, "Raz, good to see you. I know I haven't been down here in a while. We've been doing some work, but hoping everything's been going well on your side." Raz is the person behind the desk type organisation. He kind of sits forward, stands up and goes, "You bastard, what are you doing back here? You owe me money." Sam does the whole, "Me owe you money? That doesn't sound right. I think it's you that owes me money," all of the patter. And after a few moments of confirming that they are who they think they are, they kind of embrace and say, Raz goes, "Who's this slut?" Kind of looks amongst you all.
Greetings, I'm Ren.
Dusk.
I'm rhi-koo. Nice to meet you.
MS. I'll say hi in Thieves' Camp.
Hi in Thieves' Camp.
And this one's Malcador.
Malcador's Marvellous Medicants.
Yeah.
Don't say the word.
Seriously, mate,
Mush-
water it down.
So the Raz kind of goes, "Val, get us some drinks. I think a business meeting is in order."
So Raz is being posh now.
He seems to be fluctuating.
Okay.
It seems to be that he's
Like Sam does.
Yeah.
Is it double Z?
No, single. So his actual voice is probably the one he spoke with first, but he seems to mimic.
Oh look, guests present. Sort
Yes.
Of thing. Yeah.
He seems
Act
to.
up.
Yes, he acts to the level at which he is visited by.
So is Raz the fence or the
thieves.
messy head guy?
The messy head guy who had the book.
The DM.
Sure.
Had to get that into somewhere.
So that next week he's going to turn up with a
That feels
perfectly
like a
straight.
D8 psychic damage.
Yeah. So
The D100 of this.
yeah,
He
no.
will
You roll
regret
percent
it.
DMs have
Oh.
infinite health.
Yeah.
Can't kill them.
So the redheaded boy runs off to one of the crates and pulls out a bottle of wine and is running around grabbing glasses and all that kind of thing. Basically, they pull up a few crates and create a circle for everyone to sit in. Raz says, "Carl, give us a hand, come on!" It seems like, again, whoever he's talking to, his voice becomes a sort of version of theirs. If he knows them well, it's obviously he can do it without them speaking. But he seems to be mimicking generally. Carl is the large, scarred man.
The human.
Yes.
The fence.
Yes.
Okay.
He picks up a crate on one arm and a crate on the other, and basically carries them over, chucks them down, and they rattle. Quite a lot inside of them rattles, but nothing sounds like it breaks. And he goes, "All right."
Oh.
Hello. It's like little and large.
Carl.
Magnus.
You'll do.
This is back at you.
He sits down quite heavily.
Does the crate break?
No.
Damn it.
And he kind of pulls out a small notebook, opens it up and goes, "Anything for trade?" Rasmus says, "Not now, not now, not now." Right, he looks at Sam. Right, I'm stopping doing this. I can't keep up with all of these voices at once. I'm picking one and I'm sticking to it. Sorry, to explain. I am, in the interest of psychology and good business, I mimic those who come here for work, or those who come here to give us work. Because if they think that I'm on a similar level to them, they will give us the work. It's a habit, served me well. I've kind of fallen out of it because it's exhausting.
Seems reasonable.
Yeah.
So this is me. And
Imagine having to do all those voices.
so exhausting.
Must take such commitment.
Just can't imagine.
And Raz says, "Look, I've got some work for you. A lot of you.
Is this a test?
There's a test."
Yeah. So, we turn up and you're introduced, and then you're like, "I've got a job for you." It's like, "Oh, right. We're being tested again, are we?"
No, if Sam trusts you, I trust you.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Do you work for Sam? Does Sam work for you?
It's a mutually beneficial arrangement.
Mutual. Okay.
The
So you're
syndicate and
syndicated, basically.
right, the syndicate is a separate entity to my own guild. We are independent wealth acquisitions, and we act separately to this syndicate proper. But we agree with the cause. Let's put it that way. You guys caused a bit of a ruckus. Caused a problem over out on that there field for the big man up top.
Has word got here that quick? Because it only happened a few hours ago.
I know everything, mate. I deal in information. Carl's goods, I'm information.
Okay.
I'm an information broker, he's a fence. It works well. Got our own little thing.
So we only did what Sam asked us to do.
Yes, and I know because he told me.
Okay. So causing a ruckus wasn't something we planned, it just happened.
No, but it's a good thing. Because
Okay.
if there's a ruckus, that means there's chaos.
Okay.
Chaos,
there's profit.
there's profit.
Mm-hmm.
What we can be doing in advantage of this chaos, let's put it this way. City guard, blackguards they are, but
Well, they're doing a job.
not the watch, the royal guard. Patrician's Guard.
Privateers.
Less privateers. That implies that involves a naval aspect, you see. But
Mercenaries.
no, just well paid and well trained. They. I'm knocking on the ceiling. They are working to consolidate the remaining food because they found out just as quick. Not sure who they got their information
Sorry,
from.
consolidate. You mean they're taking the grain?
They're working to consolidate all the remaining food and all the remaining warehouses throughout the city
Okay.
into the royal stockpile.
So they're spreading themselves thin.
Yeah.
They're spread thin, but we want to wait. We think it's a good idea to wait for them to put all that food, lovely food, in one big pile.
And then share
then
it.
we'll make it.
Because they're moving it all. All we need is a few well-placed agents with a few well-placed disguise and a fellow with a portal.
Yeah.
Suddenly, all that food ain't there, and all that food is right here, ready for the redistributing. Obviously, at a reasonable cost.
Can I do an inside check to see how reasonable the cost?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that one too.
Sure, go for it.
Average.
What's that, inside?
17.
Yes, inside.
Yeah, 19.
Yay.
10.
Like, this guy is clearly on side. Like, he wants to help people, but he needs to be able to survive himself.
Yeah, there's.
So it
there's
is basically
profit, but then is there
this
profit?
this
Expenses and there's profit.
Yeah.
this endeavour isn't costing him anything. So he's going to be doing it at well below what it would cost.
Yeah, I just want to gauge
What it would cost is not even factored in. He is doing this at like probably silver for a week's food, like easily a good deal. So, especially in a city that's starving, that's an incredible deal.
Yeah. For me.
So you've got a job for us, but you want us to wait.
I don't want you to wait. I want you to prepare. You're going to need 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 guards' disguises from the Patrician's Guard.
They look like this, Cope.
No, but that is an officer's coat. That would probably work.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, above or below the knee?
Just a bit below the knee, I think.
Perfect. Know anybody that can do some alterations? While I'm on the subject, sorry.
Carl's a dab hand.
Hey,
Carl goes, alright.
we'll talk in a minute, mate.
About buttons, no doubt.
About buttons, no doubt indeed.
Hell yeah.
And probably some servants kind of guises, because obviously the guards won't be carrying the goods. They'll be supervising people that are considered lesser to be doing the carrying of goods.
Are they being forced to do
Look
this?
at Malcolm at this point.
Let's put it this way, they're getting paid in a share of the food. So they kind of have to. They don't get a choice. So, they're necessary. But I don't want you to kill these people. I just want you to find some clothes that match. I
Does it
reckon
matter if the people that were wearing the clothes disappear?
depends on how long for.
Get my leader.
Depends on how long for.
Permanently?
No, he's just said he doesn't want them killed.
I think it means the guards.
The guards can die. I don't give a shit.
Okay.
The patrician guard.
Yeah.
Just not the workers.
The workers themselves are
Yeah.
empty. So, guards' uniforms. I've got 2.
Mm-hmm.
If you're happy to go with 2, and the rest of you disguised as the workers out of work, but if you want to,
being the captain.
if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. I'm fine with that.
How long do we have until this mission that you're sending us on?
Probably about 3 hours.
Only 3 hours, okay then.
Okay.
Maybe I can stretch it to 4. 8, they'll have already settled.
Carl, you've got 3 hours, mate. I'm going to chuck the coat at him.
Okay. He goes, hang on. Slings it over his shoulder.
Yeah, I should say there are regulations on uniforms, so if you are altering it, it might be best to know what those regulations are.
Carl kind of goes, don't worry, I've made a fair few fakes.
Okay.
Stand up. Right. He walks back over to where he was sat before and looks like he's sewing.
Cheers, mate.
So with that coat and the 2 that you already have, that's 3.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
And do you have the servants' costumes, or do we have to go fetch
I mean, common clothes will do.
common clothes? Okay.
Just put a
Not
few holes in them or
dressing
something.
Well, I think about it. Magnus,
Yeah.
catch. I'm going to throw him the sabre. To add to the aesthetic. Captain's sabre, captain's coat.
It's a bit big for him.
Should we swap it for a smaller one with Carl? Do you want it, or are you going to fence it, you know?
So, whilst you're holding it, you get the feeling that it's kind of, it feels lighter than it should when you're holding it.
Why don't you give it a quick
Flourish.
flourish? See how it feels to handle.
Okay. I'll kind of attach it to my belt and see how low it goes.
Oh, it's definitely nearly touching the floor.
It's big.
It is quite long.
It's fairly light, though. I like it.
It feels like it weighs about as much as a rapier does, but it is functionally the same size as a longsword.
Nice. A little bit more reach to it. A bit more heft, but it's balanced well. Very well. I
It
like
feels right to you.
Feels good. Yeah, I'll keep that. Cheers, buddy.
That was disgusting. Yeah, no.
Just me.
No.
Why do I feel like I've just ripped him off?
To be fair, I'll turn round and say, Magnus, as I've given that to you, I get first pick on the first bit of loot you find next time.
Fine. I'm happy with that.
Down one sharp sabre,
Indeed. So,
up one sabre.
Yes.
I'll ask you about the specs later, mate.
Raz seems to kind of go, look, they're cramming all the food into one place. We've got all the gear we need. We've got the cover-ups. We've got the weapons. We've got all the stuff we need.
Mm-hmm.
We just got to wait for it all to be there. So, it's going to be a hard target, obviously. There's going to be quite a lot of people, quite a lot of armour, quite a lot of fighting. But if you can get in there, and if you sneak in with the disguises and with Sam, he can create a stable teleportation gate inside. Me, Carl, everybody from the syndicate, we can come in through the portal and start hoofing it in and out. Get all that food.
Yeah.
Ferry as much as we can, and you lot will be keeping a perimeter, so to say. The guards will be running for us. You guys need to keep them off us.
Right.
They cannot get through the portal.
Hmm.
How long does it take to make the portal and then dispel it?
Sam. Sam goes, well, probably. I can probably get it up in 18 seconds, maybe 20. And it was deliberate.
Trying so hard
Enough,
not to corpse.
And drop it like that.
Right. Martin, you're the only serious one amongst us.
I try
You're the
my best.
professional.
Look, I put the humour there.
He's
What
the
you do-
professional in the unprofessional.
Yeah.
That's the ratio.
We put the in the professional. No, hang on.
No, we are professionally unprofessional.
So
Anyway, back to the game.
yes, he can drop it in a second, but to put the portal up, he will need probably 3 rounds of combat.
Okay.
Do we know how many guards are where we're going? Do we know where we're going firsthand?
Raz kind of goes, I've got a tunnel set out, don't you worry. We've been digging it for a few months in anticipation of such an event.
So, do we need to do some sort of clear out? As in, we arrive. What do you think we've got to contend with, or do you think there will be guards on the outside?
You're going to be sneaking in. You're going to be walking in with disguises,
Yeah.
with a load of
Goods.
goods.
Yeah.
It'll be empty crates.
Earlier you said that these reprobates that you speak about are arranging many sort of food depots and trying to consign our grain, or the grain that we have rescued, to their own hordes.
No, they ain't got to that one yet.
Okay.
They got to send men out to it.
Yeah, it's the
Okay.
food that's already been made. There now.
But you did say
It's
that
not.
there was many different places.
So throughout the city, there's a
So you
few
need-
warehouses
Mm-hmm.
that the Patrician's Guard are going to, taking all the food that has been stored there
Right. Yeah.
and consolidating all of it in the Royal Stockade.
Okay. Okay. So we're going to be trying to get into the Royal Stockade.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Okay. That's what I was missing. Thank you.
Kind of looks and goes, look, I want to be upfront with you.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be risky. Patrician's Guard are not to be messed with.
Mm-hmm.
They're well trained. They're well armed. I reckon you lot can handle it.
Mm-hmm.
But let's put it this way: it's more useful to have an operative than it is to have one more crate grain.
Mm-hmm.
So save yourselves over the food
Mm-hmm.
if you need to.
Appreciated. Thank you.
We ready to start making plans.
Well, do you have any wares that could help us in this operation? Any potions that of haste, or any weapons with magical abilities that we could use?
I've got
Obviously, we'd give back the weapons.
the risk is that if we do have those sort of weapons, then you do end up buying it while you're out there.
Mm-hmm.
Suddenly, those are in the possession of the Royal Guard. That's sort of a problem. When you come back, you can have one to keep each. But I can't risk it beforehand.
Okay.
There's also the fact that they've got wards set up that will be triggered.
I
by
expect they
magical
do.
items. Yeah.
I expect they've also got something set up to prevent the old portal going up,
Mm.
or at least if not prevent alert,
Mm-hmm.
which is what we're anticipating you being needed for. You are to keep the portal clear.
So the tunnel, where does the tunnel get to it?
Tunnel leads to one of the warehouses on the outside of the
And
stock.
then we're going to exit that warehouse and we're going to walk along looking like we're just emptying the last of the stuff out of it. We're
Taking it to the
we
stockade.
blag our way into the stockade,
Indeed.
and then when we're there,
We need to get everybody out.
we
And hold them
effectively cover the door or doors and let him do his thing with the portal and then hold everyone off until then.
Yeah.
out. Do we?
How much of the food do you want to get?
As much as we can.
Because what I'm thinking is once we're in, we might want to be blockading the doors, and a few heavy crates might do a good job of that.
It's not a bad idea.
Makes it easier, especially if there's back doors that are smaller
If
than
we
big
are-
warehouse doors, you know?
Short on guards' uniforms. I might be the best one to assume the mantle as someone carrying the crates. I can leave that weapon here, and as we know, I can call it if needs be, and I can leave my other weapons here. Therefore, I.
Oh, sorry, I didn't think to tell you. I'll be needing that, considering what we're doing.
Sam.
I've got a spare rapier if you want to borrow that.
I mean, if someone can hold on to one of my swords.
Well, if you'd always put it in the empty crate that's being
If you
carried,
need it back.
and that way the crate can always be dropped.
True, and I can always arm.
I should
Yeah.
put a crossbow
Just
in there.
Exactly.
need to test something quickly. Pass the blade back and do a quick thing. Just to see, like, gentle thing, just to see if the magic still works while not holding said weapon.
Not really. You feel all of it flow down your arm, and then nothing happens.
That might make it more difficult.
Sam, when he's holding the sword, you don't see what he does, but so when the important thing to describe about the sword to, I guess, that is important now, is that it is notable because it's got a section missing at the centre of the blade, only about this long. So, like probably about a dagger's length. In the centre of the blade is just empty space. And when he's holding it, you're not sure quite what he does, but you see him do something while you aren't looking, and suddenly that space is filled. And he kind of flourishes it and goes, "Ah, that's much more like it," and sheaths the sword.
Do you have any blueprints of this warehouse that we're stopping? Do we know how many doors?
Not really.
Not really.
It's the Royal Stockade. I've never been in there. If I had, I would probably be a richer man. But
I think we're just going to have to
go
Wing
in
it.
blind.
You
Yeah.
have to do
But
the stealth.
We've been winging it since we've met each other. I think,
This is
I think
true,
that's
yeah,
part of the
This
course.
is our way, isn't
I
it?
just
Should we
hoping not to do that.
should we rest up and get ready?
You've got 4 hours.
Something tells me I need to concentrate on this thing for a bit.
Do you have anything to get back spell slots?
Sam kind of goes, "This might not feel great, but it'll probably work."
Yeah. I'll test it out. Are you needing
Yeah, I'm prepared to
spell
do it too, whatever it is.
So, how many hit dice do you both have remaining?
slots? I've used 1, so I've got 3 left.
Okay.
Sorry, when you say hit dice do you have remaining?
So in the hit dice section,
Yeah?
next to your saving throws, how many does it say?
4.
Well, you've not used any.
When we had the short rest
You
earlier.
did magic, not
Yeah.
dice rolls.
So
Yeah.
that's fine. So basically, he lays his hand on both of your shoulders, and you feel like weaker for a second. And basically, you can lose as many hit dice as you choose and gain that many spells back. That many spell slots back.
Okay. So we'll lose that hit die. We can't use that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll lose 1 because I've used 1 spell slot.
I'm pretty well off for slots.
So you don't bother.
I'm not going to bother
Okay.
because I've only used 1
Okay.
and I've got a few.
While this is all being done, I will ask for the empty crate and I will basically put my weapons into it and get ready. Thinking a little bit on what was said about how dangerous it is and kind of making a decision in my mind as to something.
So, at this point, Sam sort of stands up, stretches his back. Okay. Right. Should probably do this end's work, eh? And pulls out a small gem from inside of his like pocket, I guess. It's sort of a hidden pocket in his sleeve. Pulls out a small gem and starts like doing something with it in his hand, kind of like he's not crushing it, but rubbing something off of it onto his fingers. Puts the gem back and then starts painting onto the floor like runes and a circle. Takes him about an hour to get it right.
Okay.
We're sitting there just concentrating on the blade, I guess.
Okay. So after 2 or 3 hours of looking at this sword, you're feeling like you understand it a lot better. So basically it is a long sword that is a D10 when one-handed rather than when being two-handed.
So in that
Finesse, is
downtime,
it? Sorry.
And it is also finesse. Yeah.
I'll use my last 2 hit die and get back 7, 9.
I'll use none of them.
Okay.
Nearly back up to full health,
So
but good enough.
once you guys are rested, Sam has got this circle set out and he goes, right, I know the runes for this and I can get them ready at the far end once we're there. I can't do anything else until we are. I'm ready to set out whenever you are.
Let us go then.
Who's going to be doing what? I think
If you-
captain.
Captain, guardsman,
Yeah, I'll be a guard. 'Cause
Malgador, guardsman, I'll carry the crate and basically be the person that you're escorting, potentially.
and Dusk. Are you wanting to be a guard or
I was going to be a servant.
a servant as well? Yeah.
Would you like me to carry? Do you have anything you need carried if you feel it might be too heavy for you?
No. I know I'm not physically the strongest among you, but I can pose as a servant for one trip.
Kind of.
Start mansplaining something
Huh?
soon.
I mean, and it's just going to kind of be a bit. I mean, I can carry.
Yeah. No, it's I'm good, thank you.
Does anyone else
And what
need
about
anything?
Sam? Is Sam going to be a guard or a
Sam
servant?
says, don't worry about me. And then just disappears. Don't worry, still here.
Oh, so my object permanence
I've
just
got to learn
disappeared.
Yeah.
I've got to seriously learn how to do that. That'd be cool.
Don't worry, I shall blend in quite well.
Off we go then.
So, tunnel doesn't take long to traverse, it's probably more than 10 minutes, not even that. It's quite clearly hewn from the rock beneath the city.
Whilst we've been going, I'm trying to teach Malgador how to be a guard.
And to be quiet and
Yeah.
not drawing
What are you saying? Not
attention.
selling something? What do you mean?
Not drawing
just
attention
hold
to
yourself up
oneself.
high and have a demeanour of being a bit over people.
Yes. Familiar with this.
Yes.
Keep your mouth shut.
And it seems like they're
less familiar with that.
they're the bad kind of guards. So every now and then, just give them a little push. Yeah.
Yes. So whilst walking down the tunnel, he starts doing that.
Not
tunnel.
Malcador.
There's timing for this.
You got time to teach him right.
Yeah.
But he is definitely not taking to it like a duck to water. Let's put it that way. So once you arrive at the warehouse, you find the halfling sneak thief stood in the warehouse over 3 bodies.
Oh. Okay.
Nice.
And she goes, "Hiya, my ducks. I'm Anna. I thought I'd just head off up ahead and get this set of fellers on for a nap, and then clear the way for you. The servant fellers, I've just put them to have a nice proper nap, rather than
Long nap.
a long nap.
Looks like a nice little party you've had there.
Aye, lovely party, lovely, loverly, you might say.
With you being so skilled as taking out 3 guards, how come you're not with us on this mission?
I will be.
You will be.
That's why I'm here.
Okay.
I just blend in better than most, so I'm going to go up ahead, keep the way clear ahead, so we can get in without too much trouble.
That's good.
Spot on.
You see, I'm quite good with the old climbing thing, so I'll be climbing the wall while you guys are going through the doors.
That's good.
So I'll be on the upper level, making sure that there's nobody upstairs on the gantries or balconies or anything like that, if there is any, that's coming down towards where you are.
That's good.
Keep you all nice and clear, so you don't get peppered.
Appreciate it.
Yes, Russell Howard. You've nicked Russell Howard's accent.
It's a Bristolian accent. What do you want? So I'll head off, but I'll see you there.
How much of a head start do you want?
Oh, don't worry, I'm a lot faster than you.
Don't surprise me, actually. You got rather athletic legs.
You flirting with the heart.
Because I am.
Yeah, she basically walks off quite quickly, and then very quickly, as soon as she is like more than 10 feet away, she struggle to distinguish where exactly she is, and then she's just gone.
She is good.
As we are outside, I say. So, what's going to be the signal for starting the distraction?
Cause no ruckus.
I think it's probably best to let Malcador do that. In whatever way he so chooses.
I was thinking it makes more
you
sense.
do it when I tell you. Not before.
I mean, I feel it makes more sense for potentially
Captain
Magnus is the captain if he. I mean, what's the phrase for killing?
Having a party.
Like something like it's party time or something might be.
Yeah.
Sounds good. I don't think I'm easy to kill, but I get the sense I might die here.
To be fair, I don't think so.
No, I don't think
Because
so.
we're from the future.
But time is in flux. Your presence here could well change everything.
Sammy boy, ye of little faith.
Anyway,
Yes, wherever you are.
It's definitely from right behind
should
you.
we go? Assuming at some point. Not yet.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Malcador was like, keep moving, scum!
Note to self: hit him later.
And
Get a move on, come on!
Okay.
We're working.
Good. That was
so as you are heading through the streets, I'm gonna need a deception check.
Oh,
From not from everyone,
Oh.
from Captain Magnus. Oh.
You would have to go and pick my lowest stat.
Cool.
Actually, no, it's not. No, it's not. That's good. It's close there.
It is with that roll.
Do I get advantage?
No.
Because I'm in costume and everything.
You are in costume, but no.
We're
You're
helping
kobold.
him sell it.
What
You're
about...
helping it.
Yeah, we're
helping
him.
All right. Have advantage.
Thank you.
Or would you like someone else to roll?
No,
It was
no.
either that or we were all going to die in the street.
Cut down like dogs.
That's better.
Scurvy
13.
dogs.
Better than a 1.
Yes, that is better than 1.
You'll go in jail.
So a patrol of Patricia's guard come near you. Like you seem to have basically met up with another patrol that have got. They've come from another warehouse, and they are the
Any captains?
yeah, the captain among them kind of is dressed similarly to you, and he looks down at you and goes, "Kobold in the guard."
Don't you dare impugn my name, sir! I've had enough of this. Get a move on. And you lot. Looking at these lot then.
He says, "What's your name?"
Winter. Captain Winter. To you.
Same rank.
So,
Winter is coming.
yeah. Where did I get that name wrong quickly?
Copyright.
Two bars.
We're dead.
He looks at you and goes, "There is no Captain Winter on my patrol schedule. Show me your
Your patrol's schedule.
Show me your
We have all been called in to empty
Show
these
me
warehouses.
your schedule."
Very well. And I'll walk up to him and I'll go to put my hand into my pocket. And I guess I'm just going to have to pull out the saber and go for him.
At
I
this
can't think
time,
of any other way out.
at this time, I'm going to force an action upon a member of the party.
Ooh. Malcador?
Malcador goes, "Magic!" and we're gonna cut there for coming back next week, hopefully with Malcador there to suffer the consequences of my actions.
He'll appreciate that.
And unfortunately...
Sorry guys, I just couldn't think of anything better to do than just draw the saber and go for it.
And unfortunately,
Yes, you won't be.
I won't be here next week, so...
You're screwed.
Don't worry. I'll keep him running. I know what he'll be doing.
I believe you need to hand over your character sheet for it to be torn up, used.
Don't you worry. I know what he does.
He slashes,
Dies
he
in 2 minutes.
slashes, and he slashes.
Yeah,
And
he
he looks,
does lots
and
of
he looks
stabbing.
deep.
And he
Right.
drops.
Thinks profound things.
So, thank you very much, everybody, for coming. We have the scrolling magic text. He's not even here, and we got a magic. Thank you very much for everybody for coming. We are ending slightly earlier than we normally would, but we will not have time to do the next section before we will have to call it for the night. So thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
We will be back next Tuesday, where we will see you.
Cheers!
See you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.
Bye-bye.
Bye for it.